Yep.
Dan, how do I sound today?
You sound good. You sound good.
Yeah, I should because this microphone, it's the right brand. It sets up really well for me. Um, it just kind of does everything I want it to do, Dan. I mean, it's kind of getting loose and free here, and I just kind of let it go and play my own game, or I talk my own game. Holy shit, man! Did you hear? Did you? So we got a couple things. So hey, by the way, thanks everybody for joining in to our round two recap from Birdies and Bourbon. Cal and Dan here. If you haven't subscribed, please do. We'd appreciate it, and we'd also appreciate a like and a positive comment. Who knows? If you leave a positive comment and you DM us your address, you may get something in the mail. That's at birdies_bourbon on IG, Twitter, and all of the socials. All right, back to more important stuff, Dan.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear Bryson unload on Cobra? Cobra Golf.
Oh
Uh,
man.
Not only can I not hit a fairway, but my driver sucks. Who says that?
Guy looking for a new sponsor, I guess. I don't know. Oof, rough.
Well, so I haven't seen, and I didn't go back and look at this, but I'm wondering if JT and Bryson have been playing practice rounds together because he's like, hey, man, let me tell you how to get out of your contract. Because I mean, it's you can go find it. I don't have the statistics, but just organic knowledge. Um, Titleist is the number one driver on tour.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know as far as clothing on tour goes. I wish it were Turtleson. Thank
Mm-hmm.
you to our friends at Turtleson for
Mm-hmm.
hooking us up with some really sweet gear.
Mm-hmm.
But it's probably, I don't know, Nike. You think is it Nike or Adidas? That's who do you think? Have you had to guess?
Adidas, probably.
Yeah. So, okay. So you got Bryson wearing Puma and playing Cobra. And he's like, shit. He's watching like Rom go and get hooked up with Travis Mathis
Yeah.
and getting hooked up with Callaway. And he's like, holy shit. He just won a major after switching clubs. You got two guys that switch clubs so Spieth put in the new, I think he put the new T100s in. So not a new brand, but a new club. And I think Morikawa's also got new clubs in the bag this week. I believe. I could be wrong on that. I didn't look too much. I'm working off of like drunken stupor memory. But you got to think, though, that he said that for a reason, that he's trying to get out of something. I don't know that him say, I can't understand how anything positive comes out of that. And I'm not going to mention the guy's name, but the guy he mentioned his name, but the Cobra rep that caddied for Brooks, I'm sorry, caddied for Brian. I mean, it's so easy to confuse the two. That caddied for Bryson a couple of tournaments ago. He came out and kind of made a comment that really was like, "Good to see you go, man. We really don't want you here either." I wonder if Cobra Golf is kind of on their way out. Is this a way to, I mean, you saw Nike do it, right? I mean, Nike said, "Hey, this shit ain't that good for us. We don't want to be in there." I wonder if it could get back to maybe Cobra Golf is trying to get themselves out of the business. I don't know. It's all speculation.
That would make Ricky Fowler a free agent.
Who wouldn't pick Bucky up? Who wouldn't pick? Listen, yeah. Hey, TaylorMade. He's like, oh, finally, we're gonna get Bucky on the books as a TaylorMade player. I don't know. I thought it was weird the way he kind of called it out. I mean, I get the frustrations. I understand where he's at. And by the way, we did say we were going to talk about the U.S. Open. I'm sorry. Whoa, 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 whoa,
Whoa.
whoa, 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 whoa. We did say we were going to talk about the Open that's being played in Sandwich. And, I mean, I don't know, man. It's I think it's kind of square. Bryson, I keep getting those two confused. I don't know why, because one's so far up the leaderboard versus the other. John Emerald could be setting in. You never know. And this is props only. Props only. I have not tasted the John Emerald yet, but Dan, you do have a shipment on the way.
Hmm.
I think we got 5 samples,
Hmm.
5 expressions from
Nice.
John Emerald Distilling. So that's going to be a great show coming up in a couple weeks. Hold up. So back to Bryson. So he 18th hole. He's got and he was probably, I don't know, 30, 40 feet out. And it was that crazy green where, I mean, shit's like rolling everywhere. And he's got 2 putts to make par to stay at +1 to make the weekend. And he does it. He does it. So I don't know. I mean, we're not gonna. I don't think we'll get much more out of him than that. I mean, I don't think he'll be like T70, for the weekend. I mean, I think we probably see something a little better out of him over the course. I don't know though. I mean, you could definitely see and hear some frustrations that were happening out of Bryson DeChambeau, and I thought that was just a total dick move for him to throw the pin. I mean, like really. I mean, I like every day I could go out and be like, "Oh my God, my club sucks," And I thought the response from the guy from Cobra was pretty. I don't know if his was any better. I mean, maybe it's just creating more chatter and kind of driving more. Like we've got that soap opera WWE Vince McMahon shit going on. But I don't know. What did you think about it?
I didn't think I ever heard in the last 2 years Justin Rose diss Hanma.
Now he may have made the switch back, but he didn't talk any shit.
No, it's not classy to do that. Just play. You're playing the clubs. They're paying you to play them. You can't talk bad about them. I mean, you just won a U.S. Open with Cobra. Like what, 6 months ago. So, I mean, it's just, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't like it. I don't like it. I think they try really hard at Cobra to do innovative things for golf. Ricky plays the clubs. He plays them well. He loves them. And yeah, there's no reason to do that. But anyway, what do you think about the leaderboard?
Well, I think the wind was kind of down today, and I hit a lot of great drives. I hit a lot of fairways. I love my driver. I think my one and done probably doesn't look as good as yours. However, I think Brooks Koepka firing a 4-under today, sitting at 5-under at T12. I think Brooks Koepka is exactly where he wants to be. And yeah, for those of you that are listening, we may be we're working our way up to the top because I don't want to give Dan too much airtime because all he's going to fucking talk about is Louis. So what I think is, I think there's a lot of good stuff that's happening. And I think if you look at, let's see, T12, I could probably stop at T12s. I think if you're coming into the weekend at 4-under, even though Tony Finau, look at him firing shot level yesterday, and he fires 4-under today. So
where'd that come from? Yeah, where you been, Tony?
No, I totally, man, totally. I mean, I think it's this links golf thing. I mean, look at John Rahm that shoots 1-under yesterday and comes in and shoots. No, excuse me. He was 1 over yesterday. He comes in and shoots 6-under today. What is Rahm? Shoots a 64, and he gains 1 stroke on the leader.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of to be said, and we'll get there in a minute. But yeah, I mean, I think that you're starting to see some of this cream rise to the top or continue to rise. John Rahm looks really good. I don't know. So let's see who's tied at 5-under. Paul Casey, Brooks Koepka, Mackie Hughes, John Rahm, and Cameron Tringale. I don't know. Is 5-under? Is 6 strokes too much to ask for? I think absolutely it is. If the conditions play the same way they played the previous 2 days or previous 2 rounds, I think it's absolutely too much to ask for, because the wind, other than what do we got wind on the afternoon of Thursday, and then all of Friday was pretty benign. I mean, the defenses of the golf course, which is the bunkers and the wind, obviously being right on the water, it just didn't exist. And, you know, it's which is kind of funny to hear. I gotta put another dig in there. It's kind of funny to hear Bryson being out there. And it's like, well, dude, yeah, I mean, I get that distance is his game, but I mean, shit, there's other people out there that can hit it a long way. So I don't know that it's necessarily one of those things to where it's like, well, like just rein it back a little bit, man. Like, why do you need to hit driver, and why do you need to take advantage of that? Because the course is what, 7,000 ish yards, so relatively short. And yeah, I mean, Louis not a long guy, but it truly is turning into a ball strikers tournament. And I think that that's what we're really seeing. That's kind of happening. I mean, look at Scotty Scheffler. That's it would be unfair to say he doesn't have a lot of links experience. He I think he was in the top 10 last week at the Scottish Open. He may have been top 5. I'm pretty sure he was top 10. Look at Dustin Johnson, that actually contended here when Smokey pulled off the victory in what was it, 2011 maybe? When did Darren Clark win? It doesn't matter when he won it, but I mean, DJ was there. I mean, he's got himself into a bunker at the end that kind of hijacked him. But yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty. I like the leaderboard, and I don't know that we're going to see. I think if you're looking at T7 and better, who I don't know, Justin Harding. Think he can probably still continue to go. Andy Sullivan, I mean, if he can hold on, I think you got something there. Emiliano Grillo, shit, I don't know. He was level yesterday, shoots 6 under today. I mean, how can you? I mean, playing him all the time in the States, who knew he was a friggin' links player? So I think there's lots of good things coming out of this.
Marcel Seam, did you see him? Yeah.
I don't know. Oh yeah, sure, yeah, right. And so
my buddy,
3 under, right?
But I remember watching him play at the Pinehurst in 2014. Yeah, good player.
Yeah, so I don't know. What do you think? Do you think that so Louis definitely? He shoots 6 under yesterday, 5 under today for 11 under. Let's go to the top of the leaderboard, Dan.
I'm here.
And you have done it. You may have. Well, let me tell you what you've done. You've definitely broken your streak, because not only has he made the cut, he's and Louis looks good. And I think for the past, I made a quick note on. I think for the past 9, like Louis has been first or second in major championships for the past 9 majors. I shouldn't say championship. I think that Louis he's been in the top 5 for the past 9 majors that he's played in. And I don't know, I'm scratching my head and I'm going, how in the fuck did Phil Mickelson win the PGA championship on a links golf course and not make the cut?
Not the cut. He almost finished like dead last.
DFL, baby. He wasn't, but he was pretty damn good. Thursday, he was DFL. He allowed somebody to play worse than him today to get him out of DFL. But I mean, holy shit, could it be two different stories going on there? What do you think about Louis? What's going on? Are you sticking with Louis to hold the claret jug, to be on the plane, to what's he gonna pour? Shit, I don't know, gin, or he'd probably get some good South African wine in that.
There you go.
Drinking on a private ride home. Maybe a little L's special. Who knows?
Well, I'm looking at data golf here, and through the 2 rounds now, they have Louis at a 35.1% chance to win probability. They have Morikawa at 17.7, and then Spieth at 12.8. So I feel good about him. I mean, how can you not? He keeps gaining strokes on the field. He was leading by what, 1, or he was tied yesterday, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I think you're tied or something like that. So, he keeps gaining. I mean, yeah. The bogey late in the round kind of scared me a little bit today, but yeah.
You know what? I don't Let me think about that. I don't want you to. Well, actually, I do want you to win. I mean,
Mhm.
I've whipped your ass so much this season. It's about you're due for one, and I think this is a low paying tournament anyway. So I
Yeah,
mean,
right. Yeah, right.
comparatively speaking.
I don't think it
Um,
is. I think it's a pretty good tournament.
no, but you know what? It would make it interesting coming down to the wire. But here's the thing: is so this would be Louis' second Open Championship. He won in 2010, and he's been playing too good. And I think that Louis has finally figured out the whole. Like I think he's got a good recipe. I think he's got a good recipe for where I'm going to play and when I'm playing and why I'm playing. And I don't know how much older is Louis. You think than like Brooks? 15
Uh,
years,
no, no,
15,
no, no,
18.
no, 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 no. Louis is 38 and Brooks is like what 32 or something like that.
Okay, so not
Yeah,
not that much older.
yeah, yeah.
All right, so that's well, that derailed that conversation. But yeah, nah, I mean, I could still go there, I guess. I mean, I think that the age difference, and I think as you get older, you start to progress a little differently, and what you kind of how you're managing things. And Louis like, shit, I want to go to the horse farm. I want to be on the tractor. I mean, he's in Ocala, and it's like golf is important when it's important. And I think the most interesting thing is you don't get hung up with all this like bullshit, like the
Yeah.
Bryson and Brooks bullshit. By the way, did I tell you how good this microphone sounds today? And did
I'm
I
with the
tell?
right people.
I mean, can you believe that I can believe it, but he is totally. If there's a battle, you got to be careful how I say
Here's the
this.
thing. Here's the thing. I just
You
looked them
go
up.
ahead. Maybe
So
I won't have to say it.
Brooks is 31 years old, and Bryson's 27 years old. So they're within 4 years of each other. It's not like one guy's going to retire soon. Are they going to be at this for the next 20 years?
Well, think about this. I mean, you heard the Tiger and the Phil shit back in the day, right? They were always against each other, and there was like an issue, blah blah blah. And I don't know,
Not for
maybe
Tiger.
how many zeros are on that check, sir? Right. Um, so and Phil did quite well also. I don't know if those, but do you see the same caliber of person in Bryson and Brooks as you did? Yeah, well, and we can get into the whole. I mean, hey, if you haven't checked out our show that we did on the Tiger documentary, great time talking with the director of that. And I
Yeah.
mean, and you've got a whole different individual. I think the difference is, and maybe it's just generation. It's a generational gap that. Like, hey, we're not gonna let this get it. We're gonna keep this behind closed doors as long as we can until a 7-iron comes through the window. And it's and now it's like shit, no, let's exploit this. So I don't know. I don't know if it's good or bad. Is it better to get it out front in the open and it's like a daytime soap opera, or is it better for it to be like the paparazzi
Yeah.
preview, after the shit gets released?
I don't know.
I
Hey,
don't know.
so
Back to the open.
yeah,
Back to the open.
so my goodness, I'll tell you, my DK picks this week are doing fantastic. The only guy that's kind of driving me down is Fowler a little bit. He did make the
He
cut,
made the cut.
but we were talking with Tom Patry on Monday or Tuesday.
Well, hold on. Before you get into that, he lit my ass up.
He did.
I'm glad we're still friends though. And
Yeah.
by the way, it was all in
Good.
it was
Yeah.
all in good fun. And you know what? It's actually fun to be able to talk with a guy these days, a person. It's actually fun to be able to talk with someone that can actually take a joke.
You know, the next time he comes on, you say, "You're not going to Brooksy me. You're not going to Brooksy me."
He did. I don't. Did he Brooksy me or Bryson me?
I don't know. We'll have to ask him that next time. Hey, Tom, did you Brooksy me or Bryson me last time?
Oh yeah. I don't think it worked, but it's a great show. You should go listen to it. Tom Patry's a great teacher. Spends a lot of time fishing instead of teaching. No, not a lot of time. I'm just kidding. I'm busting his balls
we were
a bit.
talking with him in the week, and I said it was Spieth week, and I believe it, and I believed it. So my picks have been on fire this week. But talk about Spieth. What do you think? I mean, can he pull it off?
Well, he's only 3 strokes back.
Yeah.
And I think the only thing the most positive thing that I saw from Spieth was not what I saw, it's what I heard. And when Spieth said, you know what, it's like, I'm not really thinking about the swing. I'm thinking about the golf shot. And I think that is so good in like the Spieth moment of like, stop thinking about the mechanics and the, where are you and how are you and how's it going, and think about the shot that you're going to make. Oddly enough, I mean, Scotty Scheffler said the same thing today. He's like, I wasn't thinking about, he's like, I had a plan and I've got this thing going on, but he's like, I'm not thinking about the shot. Well, let me rephrase it. I'm not thinking about the fundamentals. I'm thinking about making the shot. And that's what Spieth said. And I thought that was really key to where it got his mind, it got him outside of his body, it got him outside of his own head, and it got him outside of the game. And it's like, hey, I'm not thinking about what's next and next and next. I'm thinking about, shit, I've got to hit this shot just like this. The issue with Spieth, and I saw it with a lot of people, I don't know that I've ever seen, I don't recall, or I haven't seen it as much. There are so many lip out putts, or so many putts that aren't dropping. I mean, they're either lipping out and kind of, running around the cup, or it's just like, it's that close. And I think that's where Spieth has gained a lot. And I kind of look at this course a little bit, even though this is going to be, I hope we get a lot of negative shit over this one. I wouldn't say that this course is nothing like Augusta, except for the fact that you got to hit. You got it. It's all about when you get on the green and how you manage it. And I think that's really what's happening. And I think he's managing it well. I just don't think anything's really fallen for him.
Yeah.
And who do I think is going to win the golf tournament?
Yep.
I know you didn't ask that.
I was going to go there.
I was kind of feeding you. I could feel it. I felt it. It's kind of like this microphone. It's working. It's kind of like the headphones, Dan.
Just
I mean,
working.
they're sitting so good on
You
my
just
ears.
landed that segue, like a driver into the fairway.
It's like, it's just, I'm feeling it. And it feels so, I mean, I love these headphones, Dan. I love them so much. I mean, it's almost giving me what you're going to ask before you even ask it.
It's almost like they shouldn't have to pay me to use it.
I'll drink to that. But I totally think, well, here's what I got two different things. And then I want your feedback on this.
Right.
So we haven't talked about him yet, but Colin Morikawa, holy
Killer.
shit. Holy shit. This has turned out to be a ball striker's golf course. That whole tee to green bullshit and putting and all that stuff. Hey, fuck that. This is ball striking at its best.
I played him in the DK and I am doing good. Yeah.
I
got Louis, I got him, I got Berger. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I think that it's not Louis' golf course, or it's not Louis' golf tournament to win. Louis absolutely can, and very well could win this golf tournament. I don't know what Louis is going to do when he gets out on the golf course tomorrow.
Yeah.
When it comes to moving day.
Yeah.
I think you got some folks, and I don't know, I think this is Morikawa's first Open. It would be Jordan's second and fourth major, I believe, if he were to win it. So I think you've got people chasing. And then if you want to run on down, I don't want to discount Dylan Fratelli. I didn't pay that much attention to him. However, he did. He shot 4 under yesterday, 3 under today. He's playing really good links golf. World number one comes out and fires 500 today.
Yeah.
I mean, who's this? Like Dustin Johnson, Scotty Scheffler, Van Tonder, Griot, and then shortly thereafter, I don't know if 6 strokes back is too much. I think the challenge is going to be if the weather is as benign as it's been the past 2 days, somebody's going to have to get really fucking hot.
Yeah.
And I don't know that Louis is going to get cold.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So we got to wrap it up. So your pick to win, and then tell me how you will be watching this with what beverage over the weekend.
Ooh. Hey, how do I sound, Dan? I love this microphone. So my pick to win, I couldn't pick Spieth for my one and done because I'd already picked him.
Right.
But I did make some pretty fiery comments at the end of the show, and I'm still gonna. I'm picking Spieth, man. I think that for some reason, I think that Augusta and Links Golf, they kind of just marry each other up together, just with even though they're completely different styles of golf setups, or however you want to put it. I think that Augusta kind of plays linksy, right? And if you look at who's really done well in Augusta or at Augusta, they've really done well at Links. So
Okay.
I'm going with Spieth, and maybe it's because I still have my first class ticket. We have our first class ticket to Spieth Island, and I mean, wouldn't you rather go to Spieth Island?
Cal cut out there. He'll be back.
Watching.
All right, there you go. You're back. You're back.
So I don't know where you lost me at.
Spieth Island.
Yeah, well, I mean, wouldn't you rather go to Spieth Island just for a hot, fresh major win?
Oh yeah, of course.
Why would I get off the bus? Why would I get off the plane? Why would I get off the plane?
There you go. I'm taking Louis because I picked.
What am I
going to
be drinking?
Yeah, go ahead.
But what am I going to be drinking?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I did it a little bit earlier, not too early, but later, about happy hour. I did get into a Negroni. I mean, being that it's in Sandwich and it's in England, I did go for a little gin, a gin cocktail with a nice pour of Campari and vermouth on top. So I honestly think that when it happens on Sunday, I'm going to be heading off to. I'm going to be heading out to Hilton Head in the morning.
Fancy.
And we have no golf scheduled we're not playing golf on Sunday. And it's going to be early. I think they go on at 5 o'clock. So I think I'm going to start with some Buffalo Trace bourbon cream and a little coffee. And I think I'll finish it up with I'm taking the old Masters pick, man. I'm going to be sipping some Ragtime Rye. I mean, why not? Because I think that Spieth's going to be able to get this done, man. I think moving day tomorrow. And the weather still looks like it's going to be pretty benign, and it doesn't look like it's going to be horrible. And these guys are going to be playing in the afternoon, so I think there's a chance, but I don't think Louis will lose the golf tournament. I think whoever wins it is actually going to win it.
Okay.
And I'm not discounting Louis. I'm just saying I think there's people behind him that are going to be. I mean, figure this, you're in the weekend, right? And Ricky Fowler, no chance. No fucking chance he's going to shoot like, 12 under tomorrow to win the golf tournament. Or well, and tomorrow you're not going to win it. I mean, you still got to go. I think like the Koepkas, I think the Rahms, I mean, it's moving day for a reason. And I think they're going to be hammered down on, hey man, let's go. I mean, what's the worst we get to play on Sunday? Fine. If the weather cooperates, it could be really interesting. And I guess we'll probably see like the lowest scoring record for the Open Championship.
It's going to be fun. It's turned out to be a fantastic tournament so far. I can't wait for this weekend. It's going to be so much fun.
Well, don't leave me. Who you picking?
I got to stick with Louis. He's my man. Yeah.
So do you think he's going to be able to continue?
He likes it here. Yeah.
I'm with you. I mean, 6 under and 5 under, but do you think he's going to be able to continue? Because
he's been playing. This is not an anomaly. He's been playing great golf. He hasn't converted once. Time for him to convert. Close it out. He's been playing. Look at a PGA. But he finished like second or third. U.S. Open second. He finished second there. You know.
Yeah, I'm totally with you. I mean, if you're shooting 5 and 6 under every day,
yeah.
I don't know how anybody's going to catch you. Again, I mean, who could? Yeah, it's going to take a lucky streak to catch him.
Yeah.
And good for Louis.
Yeah.
For Louis.
Yeah. All right.
Hey, thanks, Dan. Thanks for joining in on the show. I didn't even know you still worked here.
Exactly.
So, hey, everybody, thanks for listening in. We appreciate it. We probably won't be back with you until Monday, maybe. And yeah, I mean, I got to go play some golf. And by the way, if you're in the Hilton Head and you want to get around to golf in next week, let me know. Maybe we'll get around to golf in. Could be fun, or it could absolutely suck. Not the round of golf, just the hang. But it usually doesn't. So yeah, we'll go from there. And Mesh slipped in a little less John Emerald. You're in for a treat.
Oh boy. Cheers.